Hey everybody, I'm John. I collect cards. It's a Monday night in October. That means head-to-head matchups, football, baseball playoffs. Why don't we throw a few slab versus slab matchups in there too? I'll turn the camera around and tell you what I'm thinking about here. All right, so here's what I'm thinking about. It's actually pretty simple. Which slab do you like better? Do you like PSA? Do you like SGC? Those are the only two slabs that are going against each other here in this head-to-head matchup, so to speak. I've got 7 slabs of each, all vintage, starting with 1972 tops, ending in 1954. I'm going to work my way back. I've got 7 cards of each. The grades for each example in each round, so to speak, are very similar, with the exception of one round. Basically, I'm going to show each card, put them in their little stands here, and then just leave the camera alone for a few seconds. And, you know, if you want to weigh in at the end of 7 cards, which ones you think are, were the best either by round, or if you just have if you already had a favorite in terms of which slab you like, go ahead and mention that too in the comments. I'd love to know what you think. I just thought it'd be something fun to do. So without further ado, here we go. Round 1. I got 7 here in case we need a 7th game to decide it, so to speak. 1972. Got a pair of 8s. We got Thurman Munson, SGC, Harmon Killebrew, PSA. I tried to have the camera zoomed in enough where the slab is filling up the screen as much as possible, and I'm trying to get out of the way as much as possible to minimize glare. But there you have it, 2 8s. What do you think? I'm not weighing in here. I'm just showing them. So I'm the impartial referee here, so to speak, on this one. Next up, I've got 2 from 1970 from each, PSA and SGC. And you know what? I'm going to actually switch them up on occasion too, in terms of which side by side they're on. But for this one, I'll keep it the same so they're sort of facing each other. We've got 1970 tops Roberto Clemente in an SGC 6, and Tom Seaver, 1970 tops PSA 6. Both pretty sweet cards. Okay. Next up, round 3, so to speak, or game 3, depending on whatever sport you like. Or maybe it's a beauty contest. I don't know. They're all great looking slabs. I mean, they're all like great cards. They look great. They look, they look really nice, all of these slabs. That's just what they do to it. So, you can call it a beauty contest if you like. I mean, that's probably not the best term, but, or a prize fight. Here, we'll have them look away from each other this time. PSA 8 and an SGC 7.5, so very close. I'm trying to keep them as close as they can in terms of grades for these examples. We've got Lou Brock, PSA 8, which actually is a very recent pickup of mine, and an SGC 7.5, Rod Carew, both from 1970 tops. All right. We've got 4 more cards of each to show. So just thought this would be something fun to do on a Monday night with matchups galore going on in the sports world. We've got 1969 tops now. We've got, like this, Hank Aaron and Gil Hodges. Both, let's see, no, not both the same grade. We got Hank Aaron in an SGC 6, Gil Hodges in a PSA 6.5. Both from 1969 tops. Let's get Gil a little more fully in there. I'll get Hank a little more in there too. There we go. 2 great cards there. All right. Admittedly, 69 is not my favorite 60s set, which I've said on more than one occasion. But in those cases, I think they're 2 nice looking cards. All right, here's the only example where the grades are way off the mark, but I thought it would just be kind of interesting to show because the eye appeal on the 4 is still, I think, quite good. So we've got an SGC 4 Stan Musial versus a PSA 8 Matty Alou from 1963 tops. So this is our mismatch in terms of grades, but we do have a Hall of Famer in one of the all-time greats. in the lower grade slab in this example. Fun stuff. I'm just having fun looking at them next to each other, actually, just for a few seconds, not saying anything. All right, we've got 2 more to go. 2 left, and now we're getting into 1961 tops. Now, these are not exactly the same in that they're different color backgrounds, but they're from the same subset. You've got a PSA 5.5 Roy Campanella and an SGC 6 Yogi Berra. This is kind of a cool matchup both from the 1961 Topps MVP subset. Very similar grades, but a different color, obviously, for the respective leagues. Interestingly, both of them 3-time MVP award winners too. It makes this even cooler in some ways. Campy versus Yogi. Catcher's battle, too. Wow, this is actually a really cool matchup. All right, I got 1 matchup to go. Let me know what you guys think. I'd be curious to know if this was something interesting to do. I don't have a ton of slabs, but my collection is starting to grow a little bit in that regard. So, maybe I can trot out a few more someday and try it again. I thought this was actually kind of fun. I thought it'd be kind of a neat idea, and I'm actually having a lot of fun just showing them as we go. 1 more matchup. All right, this is a big one. 1954 Topps. We've got an Ernie Banks rookie PSA 1.5 versus an SGC 2 Jackie Robinson. I did not bring out my Hank Aaron in this. I have a Hank Aaron SGC 1.5, but it's in an old label. So I didn't want to bring out the old label. I wanted to keep it as current as possible. I should have mentioned that before with the PSA slabs. Some of them are older slabs, but the labels I think are still similar enough where I think it was okay to trot them out. But here we go. Here's our final matchup. Heavyweight matchup on this one. Ernie Banks rookie and a Jackie 1.5 versus a 2 PSA SGC. What do you think? All right, there you have it. There's my video for this Monday night. You know what? I'll just leave these 2 up here to end the video. Actually, regardless of who wins this battle, beauty contest, World Series of Slabs, whatever you want to call it, I just think I've gotten to enjoy either buying slabs or submitting some cards out to SGC, in this case for me, and seeing what I get on them. It's been a fun part of the hobby to experience and go down that road, and hope you enjoyed this little 7-round matchup. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have a great week. Talk soon.